Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Ginger's Corner special event, Secret Santa, the 12 Days of Christmas. So today is day 6, so it is Geese laying, and we are to use something to represent a Christmas blanket. And I'm showing a few of the things that I will be using. And I had a scrap piece of paper too that I used, but I used just all of it. There was just a tiny bit left and it went in the trash. I did pull something out of there, I believe. And I am going to punch a few more of those, but I had a few punched. And that Merry Christmas. Now, I had a hard time trying to decide what to do with the Christmas blanket thing. And I finally decided to make it into a viewfinder. I may not have thought of using the black and the white, but I did a Christmas spectacular layout and, of course, seen it in there and reminded myself, yeah, it could be used. So I found this scrap. My sister gave me a paper pad that has all kinds of black and white papers in it, and this was in it. Well, scraps of it because it's too cute not to use. So I have used it before, but I cut out that, and then I also die cut a bunch of other stuff as you can see over there to your left. And this little piece right here, it is 49 in market. But I was trying to figure out what to put behind this because I wanted another layer. And I went through a lot, especially Echo Park stuff. And then I happened to see that in the scraps. Well, I pulled out the envelope that had all the scraps in it for this Christmas spectacular, looking for the Santa you see laying there because, yeah, I forgot to mention that is not Christmas Spectacular. I think it's from Noel, 49er Market Noel. But I am distressing this all to match the old vintage Santa. And if you look in his bag, it looks kind of like a burlap bag to me. So I thought I'd use my burlap dye to go with it. And I added some ink to it. Well, it's tea dye is what I'm using, just to make everything look rustic. I will add some ink to my trees there. I showed the die set for Tim Holt's trees, and they're hollow in the middle, and you only have an outline, but I wanted my pieces to stay in. So I threw some adhesive on the back when I first got them out of the die, and then put some cardstock there too. This one is the tallest of the two, so I thought I'd put it front and center with the Santa. And then some of the other trees laying there, there's some other dies I had, but I put them all in there together so I could keep track of them and pick and choose and use different ones on my layouts, or in this case, an embellishment cluster. And I really had a lot of fun making this. I put stuff on viewfinders a lot. Y'all know I like viewfinders. But I thought, well, that's all I've got to work with here. There's my blanket. What am I going to do with it? And I finally decided to do this. And I will put, like I said, I've got black beneath it, and there is that thin foam tape between the two. And I did not pull the backing off of all those pieces. So you will see me pulling some more. I wanted to be able to tuck my trees down in there, and I am even going to put one behind it so I can kind of have 3 layers of the trees. And since that scrap for my viewfinder was out of a paper pad, it was thinner, so I glued white cardstock behind it before I ever die cut it. But here I am tucking the first one there, and I removed the foam tapes just so I'd go ahead and stick. There probably is a few that don't get the release paper took off of them, but they're probably in the middle, and I figure it's still going to stay layered as many as I put on there because I put a lot of little pieces on there. This tree is not actually the tall, well, I think it's a small one to match the tall one because there are 2 sizes. But it's going to be the tall one because I put it up a little higher. I figured the circle part was going to cover the base of it up and I can make it taller. And the one I'm putting in there now is out of the other set that I had. And I'm just going to tuck it like right behind and not even tuck it on the inside. And well, here's my Merry Christmas. I've had that a long time. I used it a lot for Christmas cards because I like the Merry made in one font and the Christmas in another font. And I did layer 2 pieces of cardstock for it. I didn't layer them separately. I glued 2 pieces of cardstock together, then I die cut it. And so it was a lot easier on me because it's kind of hard to line up this one. Like I said, I've done it for years and I have lined it up. But lately, a lot of the times, I just go ahead and glue them together before I run it through the die cut machine. Here's one of those Tim Holtz little branches, and like I said, I cut a few out, and I think I punched 2 more out, so I ended up with 5 on the cluster. And while I'm putting them on there and adding to it, and all those little tree round thingies, they came from that 6x6 paper pad, and I just fussy cut them out. I thought I might use more than one, but I'm only going to use one. But anyway, back on subject. If you look down there below, you will find the link to Ginger's Corner Facebook group. So if you'd like to join in any of the swaps, you can hop right in. And also, there is the playlist for the 12 Days of Christmas. So you can click on it and see all kinds of other inspiration. And it's for all the scraps to embellishment videos. So there will be things in there that is not Christmas. But they will be embellishments. I started to put that one tree around there, but like I said, I ended up only getting the one on there and not all the ones I cut out. And those there was little tiny poinsettias on a scrap of paper. I am pretty sure it was Echo Park, but not 100%. And I fussy cut them out, but they're not going to go on there. I looked at the layout and decided to go with the berries instead. This one was already made up. I didn't do it today, but I found it on the floor. Yeah, so it's going on here. It already had the berries on it and everything, so all I have to do is take the white gel marker and highlight them. I didn't highlight anything else on the layout. I thought about it, but I just decided to highlight the berries. I love that little dot of white in there and for a reflection. But doesn't that Santa look so cute coming out from behind that tree? I thought, oh, this is just adorable. And I had like 3, 4, 4. One was only half a Santa. And I thought, that is definitely not going to work. And then I'm not sure if he's the biggest one or not, but there was like a couple of bigger ones and then a couple of smaller ones. And look at all that ink I got on my fingers. This is the next day. And I still have a faint hint of the ink on there. But yeah, sometimes I just get messier than other times. But I get into my playing. I mean, yeah. There's the completed embellishment. However, it's not as, the colors aren't as bright on this photo as they are in person. This one shows them a lot better. I took that photo, well, the end photos several times. And so the ones that are full, the one that you will see last, neither one of them have very good coloring. But the ones from an angle, they did really well. And there you can see where I've got several layers here. And yeah, I didn't count them, but it looks like a few. But there's a Merry Christmas, well, part of it. And then that Santa cute. And his other foot is kind of straight down, and so I thought it looked good him stepping up onto the cardstock there. But that's it. That's my embellishment for day 6 for my partner. But thank you also very, very much for joining me while I created that we created it. And I hope you take time to click on the playlist down there and check out the Facebook group too. And make a few embellishments ahead. Have a happy scrappy week. Bye.